Today we're going to talk about the neuroscience of manifestation and law of attraction. Law of attraction is the notion that you tie in feelings and beliefs, the intention of a desired outcome, as well as planned action to get to that outcome. Using these tools, you can easily come up with where you want to be in life. Maybe not easily, some things are harder to get than others. There are a couple neuromechanisms that this involves. I'm going to begin talking about Dr. Joe Dispenza. He focused on the placebo effect. His primary subjects were individuals across all walks of life who had chronic conditions. Think people with chronic pain or celiac disease or autoimmune diseases or multiple sclerosis, MS, all of these different things. And he would work with these individuals and make them reprogram their mind. We have what we call the subconscious mind, and this is the primitive animal mind. It's where our mind goes. We don't necessarily have access to it. Think about when you have a super vivid dream and you're like, oh my God, I talked to that person earlier today. Why were they in my dream? It's because your subconscious mind is processing what happened throughout your day. And what Dr. Joe Dispenza did was utilize techniques to access the subconscious mind. Some of these techniques include meditation, listening to binaural beats, including the theta wave, to help access a deep binaural beat in our brain. We also have what we call affirmations, and this helps further neuroplasticity. And then we have visualizations, picturing yourself exactly where you want to be in that desired outcome. And this also helps with neuroplasticity. Now, neuroplasticity is like that notion that neurons that fire together wire together. Great. I love neuroplasticity because it's essentially how we learn. When we're growing up, we have so many neurons, and then we go through the synaptic pruning process. And so over time that these neurons die off, and the repeated patterns that we expose ourselves to or repeat to ourselves, those stay together. Now, you have neuroplasticity throughout your life. And so you can continue to learn and gain new skills through neuroplasticity. And what Dr. Joe Dispenza did was make his subjects literally visualize themselves doing their desired outcomes. If someone was struggling to walk, they were in so much pain, Dr. Joe Dispenza would have him close his mind, close his eyes, get into a deep meditative state, and picture himself walking. Something you could do too is literally write down or visualize before you go to sleep what you want your life to look like. This taps in again to the subconscious mind, literally thinking about what you want, and then you get access to your subconscious mind when you go to sleep. Subjects would also do this in a technique. They would meditate at least once a day. They would do like 45 minutes, but again, tapping into that subconscious mind and then taking the action, being healthy, just trying to get that work. But overall, he had this notion that the placebo effect brought these skills into fruition. Now I want to talk about the executive functioning skills that go into play with law of attraction and manifestation. I found this article, Mapping Language to Actions and Movement Across Time and Space, New Strategies for Promoting Successful Task New Strategies for Promoting Successful Task Wow, why can't I talk today? New Strategies for Promoting Successful Task Execution. Oh my God. Mapping Language to Actions and Movement Across Time and Space, New Strategies Promoting Successful Task Execution. I can't wait to edit that. The purpose of this article was to help individuals who have difficulties in executive functioning. Executive functioning skills, as you can infer, those are the skills to execute your plan. This involves you coming up with a goal, coming up with steps that you need to take to get to that goal, and then fine-tuning as you go along. With execution, these authors went into 4 different steps. They started out the development of independent executive functioning skills by introducing this concept that you could move into your desired outcome. And so this would first be to have the participants think about where they want to be. What is the end goal? Next, they would tell the subjects to picture what they want. Talk about it. Talk about the steps it takes to get there. Gesture the complete, concrete steps to reach that future goal. This is kind of what they mean when people say, get specific about what you want. Get specific, come up with the steps. Next is to focus on developing a robust vocabulary about these. Make these mental steps as vivid as possible. In my interpretation, manifestation involves a lot of feelings and beliefs, and this helps strengthen that intention to make sure that you execute this skill. It's one thing to want to do all these actions, but if that willpower and that intention is not within you, it's going to be 10 times harder. Really getting as vivid as possible. This will help you even start before the execution begins. And then develop self-talk implementation intentions to strengthen the ability to see yourself in those shoes and the ability to fix things as you go along. If you find that you need to develop a whole new skill set, you're able to be open to that possibility. And something too that really makes me think about that whole embody yourself is when you're taking those actions that you're continually to visualize, this is going to help me towards my end goal. And maintaining that positive outlook of I'm able to do this. Optimism goes a long way, and those positive words of affirmation to tell yourself every day, I am successful, I am making strides in my life, I am capable of what I want. And over time too, you can start this with very small manifestation techniques, I'm going to make 5 videos that I want to post, and then seeing yourself take that action and get that outcome that you desire. And you can work up and make it as big as you want. I'm going to get a new job where I make 6 figures or something that's like that. And once you continue to fine-tune these skills, it comes easy for you. This idea of law of attraction manifestation. It's interesting to see overlap between my interests because I love talking about this stuff and I'm a hippie when it comes to manifestation, law of attraction. But I think there are so many skills that also must be recognized throughout this process. It's not just you write down what you want and you forget about it. You have to embody that self. You have to get specific on the steps. You have to visualize yourself and really maintain that positive outlook. And at the end of the day too, you want to embody what that person is, what that person looks like, and know that you're capable of doing that. I hope you appreciate this shorter episode on law of attraction and just how there are neural mechanisms involved in it. Cognition is a beautiful thing, and it is so important to these little woo-woo things that we think mean nothing or that are just the universe helping us, which that could be the case. But I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next time. Happy manifesting!